Good morning, and we are at the end of our soft protein fast. Everything went really great. I now weigh 153 pounds, which at the beginning of the protein fast, was about 154.6. The beginning of this, I was about 157. So I've lost about 4 pounds in the past few days. I wanted to go ahead and extend my keto phase as much as possible. I'm actually loving it. It's kind of a funny feeling. You kind of feel buzzy all over your body, and you almost feel this like lifted, euphoric kind of, it's almost like being a little bit drunk. So if you're a party person, or if you like to drink to unwind, this note is for you. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to extend my extension just a little bit farther, just because I'm having so much fun. So I still have plenty of bone broth, and I did a soft protein node yesterday. I don't still really want to move into full food. I mean, all I ate yesterday was 2 snow crab clusters and a bunch of bone broth. It was still over 100 grams of protein, but I mean, as far as like solid food, my body, my digestive system really didn't have to handle much. It was just such a tiny bit. So again, the key to a fast is warming your body back up very slowly. So I'm gonna do a medium protein fast. And so we're gonna go ahead and include chicken. We're gonna go ahead and stick with bone broth. So we're sticking with like a 3-ounce portion of chicken with some bone broth in the morning. And then I'm going to probably do chicken and bone broth again for lunch, just because I don't really have time to get everything else together. Or depending on how hungry I am, I might switch to my third meal, which is going to be bone broth and a can of wild-caught salmon. Excuse me, so with those. And so so that should actually give my body a slightly denser protein to kind of grab onto. That's still going to keep me in like ultimate keto mode, because we are still going carb free, no problem. But I am getting ready to introduce those carbs, because this is not something I'm trying to stick to forever. This is supposed to be where I come down, and then when I go back to my regular eating mode, I'm going to use all of my mantras and all of my lessons that I've learned to treat other food similarly to the way I've been treating this food, so that I can have my self-control nodes and everything. I can have most of the foods open back up to me on a regular basis, and I can maintain. I might even find myself losing weight in that node, which would be amazing, but so far it hasn't happened. The best I've been able to do is maintain in that node. So I'm trying to get ready for that. I'm going to go ahead and get another chicken at Costco, get the bones turned into more bone broth, because I have plans for them. I'm making a muscle recovery soup with yellow peas, 2 heads of garlic confit and tallow, some green beans for vitamin K. I'm going to have some turmeric, obviously, for muscle recovery and joint pain, and also bone broth to help with all that. Everything is obviously at the end mixed with a scoop of collagen, and I've got my marine collagen back on the way. I ordered this giant like 3-pound tub of it on Amazon for it was $72. It was actually so much cheaper than the other marine collagen that I'm nervous that it won't work, but it is Amazon, so they'll give me my money back if it doesn't. I'm still sticking with the green tea to help keep any kind of bloating that's going on up. Definitely still in a bit of a fasted mode. So everything is still kind of measured. If I want anything extra to eat, if I'm hungry, I'm always going to try to do a green tea first, and then I'm going to go to bone broth second. And honestly, I haven't had to go past that. If I really had to, I'd probably just go ahead and have some more chicken or some more salmon. I've been working on my mantras, because it's almost an awkward stop. I don't know if you've ever tried binge eating before, but we don't eat 1 cluster of snow crab legs. That made it amazing and affordable, because I really only ate 2 snow crab cluster egg legs yesterday. So that was a daily budget of about $10. But anybody who knows me knows I can eat about 10 snow crab clusters. I can eat so much crab dipped in like butter, and I wasn't even dipping my crab in butter. The first one I did tallow with some garlic, and that tasted delicious. The second one, I really just wanted to taste the crab, so I just ate straight crab, and it was also delicious. I really appreciated it. But I felt like I was like, there's supposed to be more food, and on a daily basis there is, but it really taught me, I was like, I need to get my brain toned in here because it's a volume issue. I'm eating incredibly low volume with incredibly high protein. So you're eating just this much food, but you are fueled. And it's just to retrain my brain to accept what I tell it as opposed to what my body is telling it. My stomach is like, we're used to way more crab than this, guys. Like, what on earth is actually going on? I don't feel good about this, And what that is actually a type of eating anxiety. You're having anxiety. You're not actually starving. There's nothing about me that is starving. I am completely fueled, completely recovered from my hunger that I had before. My muscles are ready to go. It's just my brain's freaking out because it didn't just eat, 5 to 10 plus potatoes and dip them all in butter snow crab. I can really eat those down. They should do a challenge, So what I did is I did some breathing exercises. Now, one of the things I'm working on is actually becoming a yoga instructor and a breathing exercise specialist and a fasting coach. I think those three go pretty well together. And so what I decided to do is create a breathing exercise ritual that would also help just remind yourself and your brain and your body that it doesn't need to freak out, that everything is okay, that you're under control and you know what's going on. This actually works and it helps cut the cravings back almost immediately. It's something you can do right at your seat, right while you're finished eating. You've eaten what you know is good for you. You've eaten all the protein, all the calories, all the fiber that you want, and you want to stop. You're at year 5. So simple technique. First, you create a 2-step mantra. It can be something really simple, just like a new mentality for a new reality, feeling fueled, feeling great, or feeling fueled. Sometimes I just like to finish it with just gratitude, just to remind me to be grateful for all the different things that I have going for me, not just the food. I say, beautiful food, beautiful life was another one, because you can really afford to eat better food if you're eating like tiny little portions of it. It's not nearly as expensive. And so my final one was savor every moment and viva la vida. So just a 2-part mantra. Make it up yourself. What sounds good to you? What would settle your nervous system if you heard it? So when we take a breath in, it starts with 4 counts in. And during the first 4 counts, you say the first part of your mantra. So let's say you're saying beautiful food, beautiful food, Pause at the top and let that statement you said kind of settle into your brain for a count of 2. And then you breathe out for a count of 6. And you think of the second mantra while you're breathing out, even slower than you breathed in. And as you're thinking that, you think of your second mantra, you take it down to the bottom, you rest for 2 and let that settle in. You repeat that 3 to 4 times. And what that actually will do is reset your nervous system. It pulls your brain out of that fight and flight kind of anxiety that it's having, because your brain is like struggling right now, and it will unlock your brain from feeling struggled. You will actually gain yourself, likely, if it works the same way it did for me, the power to just stand up and say, that was really nourishing. I'm really grateful. I can't believe I was able to do that, because I was pretty surprised yesterday, and that got me through. So just getting ready for the whole day. Excuse the speech still. I'll keep working on it. I think I have trouble with that in the morning because I'm still just a little bit waking up. I'm going to go for my typical 3 to 4 mile exercise. I still haven't decided whether I want to go in the wash or whether I want to go on the hills. But I do like to keep up with a standard cardio and exercise. I think that's good for your muscle building. I think it's good for your ligament stretching and building and everything. I think that a sedentary lifestyle and a diet is going to get you one body, and working out with dieting is going to get you another one. So I'm off to get that other one. Cheers, guys.